My mother feared God. My mother prayed to God. My mother educated me and my brother to be involved in the Roman Church. We attended the Roman Church when no one in town will dare to visit, because the moment that you come out of it, they will look at you as primitive and idiots. But my mother understood that our identity must be protected, and her way to transfer that to my brother and I was via the Roman Church, because it was the only institution that can correctly educate us. So we went to catechism, we read the Bible. The priest will visit our house, eat with us, communion with us. My brother godfather was Savino, named by the Sabino tribe in the Italian peninsula. He was a Roman, a real Roman. So as I grew up, I was completely involved in the Roman identity. To this day, I continue to hold that Roman identity very special. My father was completely the opposite. My father was a atheist. He did not believe in any gods. He was strong. He was the town judge and policeman. So I grew up in a household where everything was completely opposite. But that prepared me for today. And that is what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about something very interesting that I just noticed. The data suggests that this is what is happening. In the United States of America, uh, we have become something very weird, something strange that we have never had before. And that is the utilization of religion and color coding to create marketing groups that today we call communities. For example, if you are a mechanic, they want you to be a mechanical community. If you are a teacher, they want you to be a teacher community. They don't want you to be a Roman, or they do not want you to be Christian, or they don't want you to be a Yankee that is what you are. They want you to attach yourself to something new, to something that you accept and you will defend and will identify you for the rest of your life. No different than the strategy utilized in Asia by the United States of Bharat, or what we call India, that is built into the religion a continuity to control you. For example, if you were born, I don't know, a undertaker, you will be an undertaker for the rest of your life, and your family will be an undertaker from the rest of your life. That is where we got the name Patels and all that. Is designed within the structure of the identity, and the identity is the religion. The same is Judaism. But we Romans, we have something very unusual, very modern, that we can evolve our religion. We can create a written version of what we believe, and we call that the creed of the Romans. We have many creeds that we have evolved throughout the centuries, the thousands of years, to to better ourselves. So yes, the Inquisition in Europe was designed to do that, to mold the many religions inside Europe to become one, Rome, to become a Roman. No different than my grandfather, that he was a Visigothic man, And in the year 900, they went from Christianity Ariana or Arian Christians to Niceo Christians because they accepted in the year 900 and something the creed of the Roman, the new creed that Constantine created. And that is the beauty of being a Roman. Now, they have many religions trying to destroy that, to destroy the Roman creed. For example, the Muslims do the same. The Muslims, what they did, they incorporated every teaching in the Roman Empire to mold it to something else to separate their tribe, the Arab tribe, from the Romans. There were many tribes utilizing religion, utilizing what already was established. Because remember that Muhammad was a Roman too. Jesus was a Roman too. The Roman Empire have already, or they exist, they were created within the Roman Empire in the year 600 and something. Yes, the Roman Empire was collapsing at the time, but for the previous 1,000 years, they were part of the Roman Empire. So what am I transferring all this to you? Well, it's because the United States of America has become something very weird, and they are creating a movement to destroy that Roman creed, and we call that Protestantism, Protestants. But they are not really Protestant. They are something weird, something new. They have evolved into politics, into the very essence of the United States of America politics. For example, now the Christian or so-called Christians or Protestants, they attend church to make themselves feel good, to fulfill or fulfill a human necessity, the necessity of a human need. That is a human need. They are utilizing that necessity of, or that primitive behavior the human have of uniting, of being human, by creating what they calling now Christian Zionist. Basically, they utilize and they turning Christians or want to be Christians into Jews to protect a political state, So now in Congress of the United States of America, in the presidency of the United States of America, you see Donald Trump being converted into Judaism, and they started with his daughter. So you see that destruction of the Nicene Creed and the acquisition of something new, something that will make yourself feel good, but it's not real because it does not have the continuity as the Roman Empire. So how this happened, or why this happened, or what is happening to counteract this result? And you see the English trying to back out of it. You see Europe trying to back out of it because they do not want to do that. The Europeans, their unity is the Roman Empire. So now, how to counteract that new idea of Christian youth? Well, the Pope just launched a complete attack onto them. And how he's doing it is so beautiful, it's so elegant. You have to really comprehend what is happening, because remember, what I'm talking about here is religion. But many people believe that religion is real, is something they have been learned since they were born, like myself. And and the reality is that religion is a human condition. It's a condition reflex. And it is extremely important. It is so important that without it, we will not be humans. So the Romans are uniting the Romans. And that is what the present Pope, a fellow, his family was from La Capitanía General de Cuba, born in the United States of America in Chicago, and living in Iberoamerica in Peru, a Peruvian pope, a Roman pope. He is now reaching to all the true Romans, reaching to the patriarch of Constantinople, reaching to the Armenians, reaching to all the Christians, including the English, the Anglicans. Remember, the Anglo Church is because they were Romans too, but because Protestantism, for the reason that is happening right now in the United States of America for politics, they now are divided from the Roman Church. So as you see, they're all coming together to counteract what is the destruction of Jesus Christ. Basically, that is what is happening. The destruction of the Roman Creed, because the Roman Creed is the Bible. Without the Roman Creed, you will not exist. Christianity do not exist. Remember that Jesus Christ and Muhammad, they were Romans too. There is no difference among them. So it is very, very, how can I say, almost impossible. I mean, my grandfather used to say that what I'm about to say was impossible. But what the present Pope, Leon 13 from Chicago, is trying to recondition this population. They are so conditioned, so erroneously conditioned, and this goes with all of us, with the Christians, the Jews, the Muslims, the Buddhists, the Shintos. I mean, every single religion, including the religion from Asia, from Pakistan and the United States of Bharat, that you are so conditioned that you cannot function. You just have to follow, to the extent that they cannot function within the Roman Empire, what we have now with the real Romans, because they are in this need of being saved. They are weak. They are fearful. So they have all these human traits being exploited to the extent that they, for example, the Muslims, they have no idea what Ramadan is about. Ramadan is about a celebration, and they spend their entire days locked in their house without eating and drinking water and thinking that, yes, that is going to make me safe. But that is what is happening in the United States of America and the world. And I think what triggered it was not just this war that we have going on now against the Persians. I think what they're doing is trying to weaken, getting all these human erroneously conditioned to become weak, to dismantle, to basically banish their religion. And that is what the data suggests. Right now, the Patriarch of Constantinople, or the Orthodoxy, now they have a communion. Now we can commune. And what I'm talking about communing is to accept each other's rituals. Remember, in the year 1054, we were divided, but these old guys, they want power. Remember, it's not all these have nothing to do with God. It's all about politics. no eating pork. All these rituals is all designed for political reasons, for war, to protect you from war, from each other. But they all of them have a community, a single origin. And that is what the Pope Leo or Leon XIII or Leo the 13th and the Patriarch are doing, and also the Anglicans or the English. Uh, um, like maybe I think it was like 10 years back, Mr. Francis united for the first time in over 1,000 years, sat across a table with the Patriarch of Constantinople, and they did this in Cuba, in the island of Cuba. And that is why the Cubans are so important. Remember, the Cubans are not Cubans. The Cubans are from everywhere. And the Cubans are from Cuba, the modern world was created. And it's shameful what is happening right now in the island of Cuba, that no one wants the island advance, because when the Pope and the Patriarch got together in the island, everybody right away understood, hey, wait a minute, this is something new. This is the union of all Romans, the return of all Romans, and that will completely put the state of Israel in a different level, the Palestinians in a different level, the Muslims in the different level. People now will start understanding that we, all of us, are from the same origin. And that is not good for politics. That is not good for oligarchs. That is not good for bankers and insurance companies and people who want to exploit you at a job site. Because now, if you become one, now you start protecting one another. Now you have a different communion. Now you are not a Muslim and I'm not a Roman. We are Muslims and Romans. They believe in the same God, and we can protect one another, and we can rebel against all this slavism and controlism that is happening right now. So hurrah for Leon III or Leo of 13. And I think he is one of the most amazing men that I ever since the beginning of Christianity, since Nicaea, since the first council of Nicaea. He is doing everything possible to bring us Romans from all the tribes back to our origin, our God, our Roman God. So if you are a Muslim, if you are a Jew, if you are whatever, remember that you exist because the Romans, you exist because they created the structure for us to communicate ideas and to transfer ideas and to exist in a more modern world. Created institutions like Senatos Populares, que es de Roma. They produce all these first type of governments. They operated around the world, around the known world. So you don't have to kill each other. You don't have to look at the other guy and repudiate them because, hey, I'm spending the whole day without eating, but the other guy, he can eat whatever he wants. So he is not as God loving as I am. No, that's not work that way. If you want to make yourself feel good and to believe in something, go and exercise it. But no believe that that is the reality. The reality is that we exist as a Romans, all of us, for political reasons. So do not allow politicians to destroy God. Saludos.